Welcome to this week's Mists of Ravenloft. Hello, everyone. We are excited to be here. We are hyped. I'm pumped. We are ready for this very chill, casual, luxury cruise across Mantira Bay where nothing could possibly go wrong. So without further ado, let's talk to and meet our lovely cast and who they're playing for this evening. We started off with Shiny Pilot 206. How are you tonight?
Good. Full from dinner, but ready to play Ron. Little Ronnie boy. Ron Wasley, the lovable birthday party wizard. We'll see how he does being at sea. Again,
yes. I promised no soul krakens this time. Let's see if I regret that promise. But we also have D20 coup de grace with us tonight. How are you?
It's gonna be a death kraken. Sorry.
Yes, I'll be playing
Regular
Deep Shaft, the Dwarven Paladin. And I hope we get some sun today so I can do a little bit of bathing.
Ah, yes, some sunbathing on the deck of this ship would definitely not scare any of the passengers away. We also have Nuggetosaurus. How are you tonight?
I am doing great. I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Amber Vanastra, the Divine Soul Sorceress, and I really don't want to see Magnus sunbathe ever again. And I think, unless he's moonbathing, we won't see that tonight. So, fingers crossed.
Maybe. Hopefully. We'll see. Who knows? No promises with Magnus. But we also have producer Trav with us today.
Yes. Hello. I'm stranded in space and forced to wear this hat and play D&D with these fine people. I'm playing Elam B. Wood Jr., who is on a boat with his youthful ward, basically back to parenting. And it's complicated. And we're going to go. We won a big contest. We're going to learn about some monsters. Ready to get it out.
Awesome. Awesome indeed. And last but certainly not least, deception check.
Oh, hi. I'm at Deception Check. I'm playing Merrick Tenpenny, the pirate, who is happy to be on the water again, even if it is basically a bay, and it is a riverboat, so it's just a big, flat, slowly moving thing. But, they've got rum, and that's all that matters.
They do. They have an excellently stocked bar here. So let me just review before we get started with today what happened last week. So last week, obviously, they won tickets to meet Van Richten. And it was amazing and awesome. And they were like, well, we don't have to be there till this evening, so let's get a couple of errands done in town before we head out, because you never know. We have terrible luck, so we should do these things before they're gone. So Magnus went to pick up his wig, his magnificent wig, including a peregrine falcon and a birdcage in it. They picked up their guns, they picked up a bunch of stuff, and then decided that maybe Merrick and Ambara should, get some tea, get some lunch, get a snack, while Elam, Ron, Magnus, and Bali went to the House of Wax, the Wax Museum in Port Alucine, inside the province of Dementliu. They had a charming time there, and definitely weren't wondering the entire time if these were just corpses dipped in wax or carved out of wax, and Ron was confused that the placards may be grave markers, and they had a fun yet slightly morbid time. They met the curator of the museum, who was a charming and welcoming individual who put them at a sense of just calm and ease, definitely not the opposite, and he invited them to come back anytime, as the museum is constantly changing exhibits. So, creeped out and headed out, they booked it to get to their boat in time, where Magnus forgot to bring money. So, they were able to persuade the boat ticket lady to get IOUs to be paid upon return. Maybe hoping that they don't return? I don't know. We'll find out. But we also have them on the ship now. People have boarded, and they've just taken off. We're gonna actually pick back up with Ambara and Bali, who are people watching currently.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a perception check, see what you notice?
Okay, give me like 2 seconds. I've got a cat in my face.
Oh, well, that's not a bad problem to have.
No, it's not. but when she tries knocking over your mic, stop it. Your mic.
Yeah.
All right, what am I doing? I'm sorry.
Perception check, please.
We gotta move your butt, Nugget. 24.
24. All right. So, you've noticed some interesting individuals already boarding. You notice one that makes you particularly happy. You see a guy, with a dog.
Oh, pupper.
He's got it's a big pupper. This might be one of those part wolf dogs that you've seen. It definitely looks like a hybrid. It is a big old puppy, got a tongue lolling out of its mouth, and he's got it on like a harness kind of thing. He speaks with the people, and you see that there's a large kennel kind of being brought on. You're assuming for it to sleep in, so it's to not just wander the ship, because that thing could probably take up a whole bed by itself.
Okay.
So, but you notice that. You notice a couple of people just wandering about. You notice that there are almost look like twins. Just two sisters at the bar, elderly ladies. They keep with that perception check. They keep commenting on how handsome some of these young gentlemen at the bar are. You hear them definitely talking about Merrick and Elam.
What are they saying about Merrick and Elam?
Well, one of them is commenting on Merrick's hair.
Mm-hmm.
And how it just looks so soft and lustrous. And the other one is talking about Elam's jacket. Man, with that many buckles, surely he's got to keep something contained in there.
Okay.
But it's all like
Right.
this and little old lady gossip there.
Yes, of course.
Yes, just like that. You notice that one of the bartender ladies, she keeps kind of side-eyeing Magnus and the bird, not quite sure what to think about it. You also see that there is, you noticed that one individual with the badge from last week, and you also noticed the theater performers. Just reminding you in case you forgot. There's just a bunch of other regular people coming on board, but everyone has gotten on board now and is leaving. But those are the most immediately interesting people that you see.
Okay.
Ones that cause a bit of a stink, and Bali's like, "Do you see the dog? It's a
I
dog.
do see the dog.
That's bigger than a jackal."
It is a very big dog. I don't think it's quite old dog. It might be part something else.
Like a were dog?
Kind of.
A dog
More-
were?
I was thinking more like half dog, half wolf.
Would that still be a werewolf?
Not quite.
A dog
No,
wolf?
Nugget! Fuck. Sorry.
It's okay, you dropped this and he'll pick it up.
Yes, thank you, Bolly.
Uh-huh.
But no, I don't think it's quite a werewolf.
Do you
because
think it
werewolf-
transforms into a wolf at night? And eats people?
I don't think so. I don't think they'd allow it on the boat if it did that.
Oh.
But someone with a dog that big
Not a
will be
thing.
protecting something. Maybe he's a spy.
You think he's a werewolf and that's his half-brother?
That could be it, yes. Bolly.
Okay. Okay, well, we should keep an eye on them.
That's a good idea.
Okay. He kind of watches intently. Meanwhile, Ron, you had just unpacked all of your stuff into your room. Not much. You only have a little wizard's bag, your school backpack, full of gear. They're nice little rooms on this riverboat luxury ship. Is there anything else Ron wants to do? You feel the boat start to move as you think you're pulling away from the dock.
Yeah. It's just moving. I thought it was the Kraken. Still not used to this. What does the room look like? How nice is it?
It's pretty nice. There is a nice bed. There's only one bed per room, in the cabins you guys purchased, and it's a lot of the stuff's kind of bolted to the floor just in case, like the desk and stuff. But there is a little fold-out desk. From the wall, there's a nice bed. It's got a couple pillows on it, a bit of netting. There's a little window, like a little mini window that you can open in the top of your door. You think to let some air in while still getting some privacy. It's got, like some screen through it, so you can't really see. But it would let some airflow in. Like a vent, really.
He'll probably open the vent, get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
try and make himself a little bit comfortable inside the room. But before too long, I'm sure after a little bit of that, he'd get a little stir crazy. Be like, all right, I need to get out of this room. And
Okay.
head out of the room and just kind of start walking the ship, see what it's about, get his
Yeah.
bearings.
Oh, and on your bed there would be a program of events and like a layout of the ship. So there's
Ron will grab that.
there's a cargo deck, an engine room, a boiler room. It asks that non-staff please do not enter the engine room or boiler room. There's the main deck. There is a lounge. There's the dining room, which is one of the larger rooms in the area. There's also a safe room where you could have your valuables locked up if you'd like. There's, of course, a saloon, like a little gambling area with a bar. There's a library. There's also, the top deck bar, which is called the O-Bar. 'Cause it's kind of a circle shape around the ceiling. You can actually look into the dining room from that bar. There is also a gallery where it looks kind of like maybe they've got some music stuff going on there. You see like performances and stuff on the schedule.
Ron will go right for the library.
Okay. So you go inside to the library, and there's big overstuffed armchairs there. There's 2 portholes giving you a view outside, and also several shelves holding some light reading material. Doesn't look like anything super studious, but there's some books here.
Ron picks up a book on sailor's knots and then realizes, oh, I'm turning into Merrick, and he puts it back. And he looks for a book on anything having to do with either magic or the town that they were in. Either or.
Sure. There's a couple of different books there that you can find. There is one book it's called Rendezvous in Porto Lucine. It's got a slightly risque cover on the front of it.
Ron will blush a little bit and he'll grab that one.
Okay. Yeah. There's also one History of the Port, but that one looks the most interesting.
Oh, he's gonna just go scroll that away to a comfy chair and,
Get the chair in the corner.
Stare at the cover for a little bit, like, ooh, and then open it.
Yes, and inside it starts off as a fairly ordinary story. Some sailors coming into port from some place called Mordenshire. You've heard that name a couple times just in passing. You think it's like the neighboring kingdom, maybe.
Okay.
And he meets a lovely barmaid who is in town. And you keep reading, and you think that the barmaid might be leading a double life. And so you're gonna have to keep reading further, though, to know more.
Oh boy, okay. And Ron will keep reading.
All right, yeah. As it gets darker outside, someone actually comes in and lights some gas lamps that are in your room, the library, to keep the reading light.
Hey, I'm not reading anything weird.
Right. And he just lights the gas lamp, kind of walks on out.
Whew.
Merrick, Elam, and Magnus, you 3 were at the O-Bar, up on top deck.
Yes, I believe that Magnus was dancing on a table when last we saw him.
Yes, Magnus. How much have you had to drink?
Just the right amount.
Just the right amount. Excellent.
It's a party, right? I mean, come on, we're having fun here.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you trying to hold back my drinking?
No, I was just asking how much you've had so as to see what rolls needed to be made at what levels.
Are you a cop?
Yeah. What is it?
What am I, a cop? No, but there is one on board the ship. Do you want to meet a cop? All right, yeah.
No, he's had a lot. In other
He's had
words.
a lot. Okay. So you're dancing on a table. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, just to see how good your balance is while
Well,
you're dancing on this table.
this makes me wish I was level, I think, 6. But, oh, maybe enough.
11.
Oh, wait, unless I have disadvantage.
Not quite yet. I think you are a paladin of Sharindlar, so dancing is a form of worship for you, so you don't have disadvantage at this point because you are so proficient with dancing. So you're able to keep it on the table. You look wealthy enough that, like, one of the staff kind of starts to walk up to you, and another just kind of holds him back and shakes their head, like, no, just let it happen. Merrick and Elam, what are you all doing? Magnus is dancing on a nearby table.
I've turned my chair around, I've got my rum, and I'm watching Magnus dance because I can't wait to see him fall.
Yes. And if he falls, he's not going to go into the water. He's going to go onto the deck below you all, so that'll be...
It doesn't matter, it'll still be entertaining.
But Elam?
Elam is nursing beer and with one eye is looking over this bill of events, this little event list docket that's there on the bed, but he's in the bar and he's half watching that and half watching Magnus dance on a table like a madman. He's allowing himself to be seen, but he's not working the room. He's quietly enjoying himself.
Okay. So you are just kind of keeping to yourself a little bit, watching the room a bit, and you see a rather sharply dressed gentleman approach you. He's got brass buttons down a nice looking, like, navy blue coat. And he's a bit short, kind of stocky. And he kind of walks over and he says, excuse me, but I was curious if you have seen a woman from Mordenshire?
Mordenshire, no, sir. I'm sorry, I can't help you. No.
All right, thank you. If you could keep your eyes out, there's I believe, a murder witness on board this ship. There was a murder a few nights ago in Mordenshire, I believe. The witness, there was a man and the woman talking, and then we heard screams, and by the time we got there was only a man there. And it looked like, it was very messy. There's no way a woman could have done that, but people saw her fleeing the scene. Perhaps she was scared. We're trying to ask questions as to pertains to this killer. So if you happen to see anyone of this description, young woman from Mordenshire, unfortunately we do not have more than that, but just let me know, please.
All right, and hey, let's not be strangers. Who should I say is? Who should I get back to?
My name is Inspector LeFaux.
Inspector LeFaux.
LeFaux.
Pleased to meet you, Elam D. Wood Jr. How are you this evening?
A pleasure. I am here on business, unfortunately, but it is a nice ship.
Yeah, and you are dressed to kill, my friend. Looking sharp.
You are looking pretty well as well yourself. Lots of buckles.
Thank you. I'm going full buckle. As you can see, I've really committed to the whole buckle thing. Well, let me tell you,
it's working.
We don't
for
have
you.
It's.
It's.
Thank. Hey, listen, appreciate you. Listen, flattery will get you everywhere. Now, let me ask you, where we don't have a description on this young lady. We don't have a hair color.
Unfortunately, no. It was at night when the attack occurred, and people they more heard her than saw her. They saw a bit of a skirt going across down an alley.
All right. Well, listen. I'll keep my ears open, and I'll let you know. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure is all mine. Have a good journey.
Mm-hmm. And yourself.
Mm-hmm. And you see he kind of keeps on walking. He talks to a couple of other people, looks about the same spiel. And just kind of making some rounds around the deck.
Sort of go back to my beer and look back at this event calendar thing and be like, that was an awful lot of exposition out of nowhere.
Am I correct in assuming he wants you to find a girl, but can't give you a direction, a look, a description, anything?
No, he wants a girl from Mercanshire.
Mordenshire, I think.
Mordenshire. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Watch this. Magnus is going to do a pirouette. He's done this twice now.
Performance check, Magnus.
A man that big, you'd think he wouldn't get hit as much as he does in battle if he could move like that out there.
Well, he has a low center of gravity, which gives him more agility than you might think.
Right, but why does he get hit so often?
I think he likes it. I think he just jumps right in front of it. I think it's part
Oh,
of
he's one of those. Okay.
he's into it.
That's fair. All right. I never thought of that.
Because he is fleet of foot. I mean, look at him. He's nimble. He's doing it right now. When he wants to. Look at him. Smiling.
It's almost supernatural. It must be his God acting through him.
He's just high on life. He's just living his life on his own terms. I admire it, you know. Yeah.
I've got to be at least 5 sheets to the wind before I dance like that.
Yeah. No, I'll need at least 5 sheets. I might have 5 more sheets before you see me dancing up on that. Yeah.
It's not going to happen today or tomorrow or anytime you people are around.
No, I don't feel comfortable getting that wasted because we got Fancy Pants over here working the room trying to make a dinner theater murder mystery out of this whole thing. So, you know.
Now, you don't think they'll go after Ambara since they have no real description of anyone.
And as you say that, he approaches Ambara and Bali, sitting on a bench. Excuse me, madam. I am Inspector LeFaux. May I ask where you were traveling from?
We were in Port de Lucine.
Ah, yes. He kind of looks at your accent for a second. Looks at you when he hears his words. Kind of cocks his head when he hears your accent, looking at you like, huh, okay, not from around here. You don't happen to be traveling with any other companions, are you?
Well, I'm here with my friend Baldy.
Hello.
And then those 3 over there.
Ah, oh, you're with him. All right. So I take it you are not from Mordenshire, then?
No.
Ah, all right. Well, if you happen to encounter anyone from there, please do inform me. I am looking for a witness.
Oh, is something wrong?
Yes, there was a murder a couple of nights ago. In Mordenshire. I am an inspector from there. And, unfortunately, there was a young man was murdered. He was, heard conversing with a young lady. Well, most likely a young lady. So, conflicting ear witness reports. But, she fled the scene of the crime, and so we are not able to inquire as to who could have committed this murder, because it was very messy. There's no way one person could have done that, so.
Well, if I see anything, I'll be sure to let you know.
Please do. Thank you for your time. Sorry to bother.
No problem.
And he kind of continues on. And he goes actually down to the lower deck at this point. Or the main deck. Because you're on the upper. Boop. Bali goes, a murderer?
Apparently, Bolly.
Or a murder witness? Do you think?
One of the 2.
Okay. We've witnessed a lot of murder.
We have. Well, that's probably not the best thing to say to an inspector.
No?
No.
So if he asks if I've seen a murder, I should just be like, nope. No murder here.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good idea.
Okay.
Unless it's zombies. Zombies are a different thing. You'd be
Okay.
like, yes, I've seen zombies.
We've seen a lot of zombies.
Yes, we
Okay.
have.
Okay. I'm going to go check out my room now.
Do you want me to walk with you, or do you think you've got it?
I think I've got it. I wrote you the notes in the room, and so I know where it is.
All right. If you need anything, just talk to one of the staff, and they'll direct you to us. All right?
Okay, and you notice he's kind of trying to stifle a yawn
Yeah.
as he kind of walks down. You think he might just be going to.
I'm gonna
go to bed.
hang back, and then I'm gonna follow him to make sure he gets back to the room safe.
Okay. All right.
Because we were just told that there's a possible murderer/murder witness on this boat. So
Yeah, it's fine. You're able to follow him. He gets back to his room, which is room number 15. No problems. He even like stops to help someone pick up a book that they had dropped and hands it back to them.
Okay. Cute kid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'll go back up top.
Okay. So you all go up, get back up to the top, and you all hear some beautiful piano music start to play. I think it's coming up from the gallery, which is kind of connected to the dining room. You can't quite see it from the top of the O deck, the O bar, but it is beautiful music nonetheless. And it sounds almost like a concert is being performed. Some people are kind of gathering below. You can see them heading that way. It's very relaxing. The moon is kind of coming up in the night sky. You can see some stars out as well. And it's a beautiful, cool, clear night. And it's one of the more relaxing places you've been, all of you, since starting this endeavor.
Beautiful thing. Merrick, we have occasion to take in a cultural event up here.
I think I'll need more rum.
I know. It embarrasses you, but you gotta surrender to the evening, my friend. You know, you got to get caught up a little bit. It's a beautiful thing. We're okay. We didn't get eaten alive by bug spewing mummy demons, etc.
Have you ever considered, I mean, from a sailor's perspective, that the best sailing day is always right before the biggest storm comes along?
Well, that is a colorful way to describe it. Yes, I've felt that before. Yes, absolutely.
So I find myself having a difficult time enjoying a day like this, because I know that tomorrow is going to be hell in a handbasket, and probably with demons.
We're going to a book signing. What do you mean there's going to be...
I will consider the author that you're going to see is a hunter of evil and dastardly things. Is it perchance possible that one of those things might take offense in such as being a subject of a book and want to show that the author may not be everything he has written himself to be?
Look, I think you're giving this guy a lot of credit. Okay, I think that, you know, we're going to get there. He's going to be sitting at a table. There's going to be 2 or 3 people standing around talking to him. We're going to get a copy of the book, you know, which he managed to not die writing, you know. So, and then, you know, we're going to check it out. And then if a fight breaks out while we're there, well, that'd be something else, wouldn't it? That'd be a pip. Bring that on. Demons, though. Come on.
Or the undead.
Now, the undead, see, that's where you grab the book and you find out their weaknesses.
So you want me to read a book while we're being bitten by vampires?
No, I'll read it. You keep the vampires at bay with your abilities. I will read the book and tell you their weaknesses.
So Magnus jumps from the table, pulls out his pistol, and runs up to them. Did you say demons and undead?
Yeah, buddy, all you want. Eric's gun shy, though.
Where are they? I'm just like...
They're tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tonight we're having a nice time. Listen to the music.
Oh, all right.
Look, Magnus, I'm trying to tell this man that he needs to drink deep the dregs from the cup of life, and he's trying to tell me the demons are going to kill us tomorrow. That's all. That's pretty much where you walked in on this.
No, I said it's difficult to relax knowing that we'll be fighting for our lives again tomorrow.
Okay, that's legitimate. I hear you. You are valid, and I respect that.
You gotta learn to live in the moment. That's what I do. Now let's do some target practice.
All right.
What do you shoot at, Magnus?
One of the bottles.
We are on a boat, my friend.
Okay. Give me a pistol check.
All right.
He immediately starts to yell and scream.
I would like to attempt to grab projectile. I want to see if I can do this.
You want to see if you can catch a bullet?
I want to see if I can catch a bullet.
Do it.
Okay, I've never done this before, so let's see. Where we got here? Deflect missiles. There we go. Let's see. What does it say?
Like a fly ball, like whoosh.
Oh, just listed the whole damn thing. All right.
It's okay. Now you can read it real easy.
No, I even clicked the wrong thing.
Oh no.
Okay. Damn it. No, there it is. Okay. Okay, so when you do so, use your reaction to deflect. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced. Okay. It doesn't say what to do. It does reduce the damage.
Roll.
You can roll something to throw it back.
Okay.
You automatically can catch it.
Okay. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus your dex modifier plus your monk level. Okay. All right. So, I am.
If you reduce the damage to 0, you can catch the missile.
Okay,
but
so...
it only did 4 damage. So, by monk level alone.
Yeah, that's true.
19. Yeah. Whoosh. How do you catch this bullet?
I see Magnus shooting off at the direction of the bar where the employees are.
Yes.
I just kind of like turn and walk in front of him, grab the bullet, and just keep walking like nothing happened. I'm like, we should be putting that down now. It's like,
it didn't even do anything.
That's freaking hot. Would you put that gun away?
Whoa! What? How did you do that?
I
couldn't even see it.
It's because I didn't want anyone to see it. You're not supposed to fire firearms inside a boat at people that aren't your enemies.
I wasn't firing at people. I was firing at bottles. Bottles aren't.
But there are people by the bottles.
Well, if they got in the way, that'd be their own fault.
I think you should put the gun away.
It's fine. I'll put it away.
Now here's your bullet.
Oh, thanks. Ow! It burns!
It's a little hot. I'm sorry.
And Ambara, that's what you walk up back onto the upper deck to, is Cabral catch.
I leave you alone for 30 minutes, and this is what happens.
Yes.
I was just drinking. I was doing nothing but drinking.
You know you can't leave Magnus unsupervised.
He was fine on a table. He was dancing. It was very nice.
Yeah,
With
then
a
he became
weapon.
agitated.
That was my fault. I said the word demon, and he came running over firing.
You know better than to say demons around him.
Well, I was talking with I'm sorry. All right, it's my fault. Can I have another rum? I need to drink my sorrows away. Thank you.
Come right up, sir. Took. Pours you
And just put the bottle down, please. I think that would be best.
Sets it down. It's like a half-empty bottle. Sets it down. And you guys have an evening of relaxing. You guys came post dinner because that's pretty much when the ship launched. There is, though, however, some waiters with hors d'oeuvres on trays that are walking around offering them to you. As it is the first night, people are bringing around snacks for everybody. You see some little cups of fruit and yogurt. There's little little mini pizzas because I want pizza now. Thank you, Embar. And just all sorts of little snacks and food that mostly circulate around the bar.
More of these.
They're pretty tasty. Ron, you have read further into the book. It's getting pretty intense. It turns out that the barmaid who works part-time at this establishment that the young sailor, Leroy, where it was, kind of sweet on, turns out she is one of the daughters of the council of Port Lucine. I know. It's intense. And she secretly is in love with Leroy. Her name's Bernadette. And
Right as he reads that line, all of a sudden hears boom, 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 like awful gunshots going through the ship. Oh, what's that? Was that the engine? Oh! And Ron's gonna shut the book, and then he's gonna go darting out towards the engine room.
do you take the book with you?
Yeah, he shuts it, leaves it there. He'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right. So you run
He's
up.
gonna head towards the engine
You
room.
head
You
towards
hear
the
an
engine room.
awful popping sound. It's the engine.
So you walk to the engine room, and you see, there's like the door is kind of cracked open.
There's somebody baby dead! Oh! And he pushes it open.
You push it open, and you see a young lady snogging one of the engineers in the engine room. They turn to you, you're like, oh!
I I didn't see anything.
You're not supposed to be in the engine room.
I heard Lucas popping sounded. I thought
It's
it was
not the engine.
Oh my! Pardon me, He'll shut the door behind him and kind of be really red and flustered and kind of quickly.
Here, don't worry, there's nothing to pop. As you walk out. But you do hear the door close and lock behind you.
Okay, well he'll scroll back to the library a little flustered and confused by that banging sound, and he'll go back to reading the book, having a hard time shaking that weird sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't know what the weird sound was. Your book is there, but there's also somebody else in the library at this time as well. It looks like an older lady. She's kind of sitting there reading a book.
She's not reading his book, is she?
No, but it's got a similar cover.
Ron's gonna very slyly go over to the book and grab it and get back to another nook kind of away from her to read it.
You kind of skip back and she goes, "Oh, that's a good one. Fun twist."
Well, I like what I read. I mean, I wouldn't know, I haven't read it yet, but it looked cool, I guess, if you're into that thing.
You enjoy your reading, young man. She kind of just is reading it.
Okay, what are you reading?
Ooh, I'm reading Castle in the Mountains by the same author.
Oh, that's cool, I guess. Well, nice to meet you. I guess I'll borrow this book and go read it, because there's nothing else going on this boat.
Oh, there's plenty to do here, but reading is a good pastime, young man. It'll make you smarter.
That's exactly what I always thought.
That's what I tell my sister Clarice, but no, she doesn't listen to me. She says, "Martinique, you've always got your nose in a book." But I'm smarter than she is, so.
Oh, well, I guess I'd presume so. It's nice to meet you, though. My name's Ron.
It's a pleasure to meet you, young man. My name is Martinique Albert.
What brings you on the boat?
Oh, my sister and I have some family that we'd like to visit down in Mantira.
Mantira?
Yes, we have to cross Mantira Bay to get to Mantira. Port Lucine.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this area, so I'm learning.
It's alright. Many people aren't familiar with this area. My sister and I are born and raised in the area. So.
Yeah. Anything worth seeing?
Oh, well, the House of Wax in Port Lucine is fairly interesting. The Opera House as well. In Mantira, there's a lovely little cafe on the beach I recommend.
Oh, good to know, I guess. I appreciate it. I'm not so big on the wax museum, but I think everything else sounds great.
Oh, well, it's not for everyone. She kind of just goes back to her book.
Nice to meet you. Have a good evening.
You as well.
Ron's gonna step out with the book and kind of work his way back to the room like, that was interesting. And he'll kind of try and work his way back towards his room to go read a bit more.
Yeah, sure. You're able to go towards your room. It's getting pretty late, you notice, actually, as you start to head back to your room. Moon's getting pretty high in the sky. Getting a little tired. Elam, Merrick, Ambara, and Magnus. Magnus, you've had a lot to drink. Feeling good, but it's getting pretty late.
Woo! I think it's time for bed. Now, where's my room?
That's a very good question.
I'm gonna go find.
See a porter. I'm sure they can help you.
Whatever. I'll just find it. I'm gonna go to some random room and get in the bed and sleep in it.
Okay. roll me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you looking on the top, on the main deck, or the lower deck?
Probably the first bed I find.
Okay. So roll me D12.
D?
7.
Yep.
All right. So you are looking for your room, and you open a door, and Ron's in it.
You're in the wrong room, Ryan. Get out!
What?
And I'm gonna kick him out.
What? No, this is what I'm gonna.
I need to sleep now. And I'm gonna go to his bed.
I think Ron will now be standing outside of his room. Wait, Magnus, are you? What's it?
Good night.
Ron's kind of looking in the hallway now, like, crap. What do I do? Where do I go?
You know that Elam and Bali have room 15, and you all had rooms 11, 12, 13, and 14 for yourselves.
Ron will stand at the door and be like, but Magnus, get out of my room. I need my bed. Where am I supposed to sleep?
Quiet, I'm sleeping.
Ron then will kind of be like, it'll kind of turn and be like, oh, fine, where's his room? And he's going to try and locate Magnus's room.
All right. I don't think anyone else has claimed a room yet, really. I think it was you and Elam who claimed rooms. So there's 3 empty rooms, so you can go inside.
We will grab a room.
Excellent. All right. Just get in the room right next to it. You can hop in room 13. No
Lucky
problems.
13. Yeah.
Lucky 13. No curses there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Touches the doorknob and it'll be cursed.
All right. So you guys head to sleep. What about Merrick, Elam, and Ambara? Y'all stay up late? Any later?
Stay up late. Yeah.
All
Now,
right.
it depends on the entertainment of the other people in the bar.
There appears to be a young not a young, but, middle-aged, maybe younger than that, actor and actress that are getting quite intoxicated and causing a bit of a scene, before the lady kind of just huffs off. Ugh! I cannot stand you! Ugh! She huffs off, and the actor is like, fine! Your acting sucks anyway! Just drinks another shot.
Ooh-wee. That was a good one.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a thing.
I knew if we stuck around, there'd be something worth watching. That's good. I've seen worse, but as far
I've
as
seen better. There's no blood spilt. It's not as much fun.
That's what I'm saying. She didn't deck him.
No.
Stab him.
She was gripping her little, cocktail fork pretty hard, but she threw it down and left.
Aye, so where's our rooms at? Elam, where are you sleeping?
We are back that way. We got the whole 9 through 15 or so, I think. And yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I'm anxious though. I may walk around for a little bit.
That's fair. Go. Sow your roots. Have fun.
Yeah. Not on a boat too often, especially one that's not being attacked by a giant psycho monster from the
It's
hoary
more of a
depths.
barge, but that's okay. You can call it a boat.
Barge. Okay.
Kinda. A flat bottom, slow moving.
We're talking about the boat, right?
Aye.
Okay, not some of our. Okay, all right.
No.
So
No.
okay, so all right. Well, yeah, I want to walk around, check it out. Listen, cheers. And I'm gonna get a beer for the road here, ma'am.
Sure. She pours a glass, hands it over to you.
Hold on, please. Thank you, Merrick. I'll see you around.
Aye, sir.
Stay out of trouble.
No.
How dare you? Like what?
How dare you walk off.
They have a fun, easy friendship.
Mhm.
Basically shaming him into not having a tiny bit more fun, which is. But yeah, I just sort of have an evening constitutional
Mhm.
around the beautiful deck.
Excellent.
And,
What about Ambara?
I don't think she does much of anything.
Just kind of chilling, people
Yeah,
watching.
Just kind of hanging out. Probably enjoying what like coastal scenery they've got. And then I think at some point she'll probably head back to her room and start rummaging through this backpack she's got.
Excellent. All right, so we're gonna start rummaging through this backpack. You gonna flip it inside out?
Yes.
All right. Roll me a D100, please. Let's see. 76. I say it's my books are all in the other room. That's fine. Let's see. I've got this. Yeah, you pull it out, and you flip it inside out, and you actually find there is 85 gold in here.
Oh, cool.
Along with an item that I am pulling up.
You said 85 gold, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go. You find that there is also a belt in here.
Oh. Okay.
Mhm. It is looks like a leather belt, but it's interwoven with almost like a metallic fiber, metallic threads, kind of braided. It's nice looking.
Okay. Am I getting any kind of magic aura off of it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Ew. 12.
12. It's got some side of an aura on it.
Okay, so I do feel like it's magical.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I'll probably set that aside for an hour later and spend some time with it.
Okay.
But then I want to reach out to the weave because I haven't done that in a while.
All right. Sure.
I haven't done that since we've been here, to be fair. So I wanna feel what
Feel
portal
the
is
weave.
seen. Yeah, feels like.
Sure thing. Give me that Arcana check a second time.
Alrighty. Nugget, I need you to move, baby. Oh God, 9.
You're reaching out to the weave. You're pretty tired. It feels pretty much the same as the last time you kind of reached out. It's a bustling city. It feels very similar to a lot of big cities that you kind of have been in. It's a little quieter. You feel that on like the fringe because you're on a boat kind of leaving from it now. But you get a slight hint of unease, but you can't quite place it.
Okay. Alright. Since I'm not getting anything there, I'll spend some time with the belt, and then I'm gonna do my 4 hours of sleep. I'll get really cat tail in my face.
Alright. So, you can do that, but let's go to Elam, who's having his little walk around the deck.
Yeah, poking around.
Elam, could
looking
you
at
give
stuff,
me
getting in
a
trouble.
perception check, sir?
Getting in trouble. Maybe sees a door half open, stick his head in, that kind of thing. Perception.
So, you don't quite see a door half open, but you do see a pool of blood seeping out from underneath the door.
I draw my my weapon. Here. Get old painful out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming from where? Like a door?
It's coming from underneath the door, yes.
All right. We're gonna get the toe of my boot here and gently ease the door open.
You're gonna have to turn the knob. Turn it
Oh
open.
no. Oh no. All right. So with my left hand, I'm gonna turn the knob. Can I search it? Now hold on just a second. I've been here before. It's gonna be another sex palace. All right. So I've seen this. I've seen this trick.
Yeah, but not with me DMing.
That's true. But I mean, come on.
So you wanna check the door for traps, is what you're saying?
Yeah. Even though he doesn't know how to do that.
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh yeah, big 5. Yeah.
Completely
So
untrapped.
All right, left hand. We're gonna open the door. We're gonna push it open with the toe of our left boot here, and we got Old Painful at waist height.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna sheriff's officer this thing right open.
All right, so you creak the door open. You see inside an inspector who is talking to you on the upper deck. His body has been torn to practically shreds. You see that there is also a woman next to him. She's got claw marks raked across her face and back. And you see blood pouring out of both of them.
Lordy.
Blood is spattered everywhere. And if this was called Cthulhu, you'd have to make a sanity check, but it's not. So, instead, it's a bit alarming how much splatter there is. Like, it's on the ceiling, it's on the walls. Like, this was not neatly done.
Mutter, oh my, under my breath, goodness gracious. And can I investigate? Like, spend a few minutes, look it all over?
Yeah, you
What's
you kind of walk in. You notice that the woman is still breathing, but just barely.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Attempt to communicate with her. I'm gonna step up without messing up my boots.
Mm-hmm.
And, ma'am, can you hear me? You with us?
She seems to be unconscious. She's lost a lot of blood. Still pooling out.
Okay. Where did I see Ambara last?
Probably up on top deck.
I'm gonna turn on my heel and bolt the hell out of there.
Do you close the door behind you or you leave it open?
I close the door. I close it, but I don't let it catch.
Okay.
Just in case, close it.
Mhm.
Close it. There we go.
Yep. All right. You run up to the top deck, and Ambara's not there. Merrick still is, though.
Merrick, we got an active crime scene over here. I need your assistance here.
What do you mean?
Like now, we're walking right now. Have you seen Ambara?
She just went to bed, I believe, a little while ago.
We might have to wake her up.
Nugget, goddamn.
Why don't you come over here and come have a look at this?
What? Okay, first off, you want me to look at something? Tell me what you're getting me into here.
We got one corpse, and we got one young lady who is bleeding out. And I think we need
you and I aren't going to do anything for her. We'll find Ambara and then go.
All right.
Start heading towards the rooms.
All right. Yeah, you head down to the rooms. It doesn't take you very long at all to get there. They're on the main deck, so you just whoop, down the stairs, take a
Knock
left.
on 11.
Yep.
Bam, bam.
Hello? And I open the door.
Hi, Ambara. Elam says he's found something. Someone's injured, and there's nothing we can do about it. But one dead body and one almost dead. We should probably go.
Got a
All right.
young lady bleeding out. Throw something on. Come with us. Let's go. We're
I'm
walking.
still wearing my clothes, but God damn it, Nugget! I'm so done with you right now. That's the third time. I apologize.
Lead on, Elam.
Third time.
Butt nugget. Yes. So we double time it to the room, the scene.
Yep. No problem. It's right outside of room number 22.
All right. So I draw the crossbow. I kind of ease the door open with my foot. Then I motion the two of you inside, and then I'm gonna cover the hall for a second while
Okay.
you go in.
I'll pop in and check on both of them because I don't. Did you tell me that the woman was the one that was still alive?
Yes, the woman is still alive. She's made her death saving throws so far.
Cool. I am gonna step up and cast Spare the Dying on her first.
Yeah.
Seeing that everything is under control, Merrick heads out to try and find a captain or officer of the ship.
Sure thing. Give me perception or investigation to look for an authority figure.
That one.
Not one. God.
Don't I get advantage since I'm used to having? I know how ships are built. I know.
You know what? Why not this time? I mean, this is a steamship, so it's a little different than your regular ships.
See, I know what I'm doing. I got turned around a bit. It got to my head for a second, but it's right there up there. I'll be right there. I'll be right back.
Okay, so you're able to find a Captain Alphonse Hubert.
Captain Sir, I wanted to inform you there seems to be a murder on your ship.
A what?
Yes, a murder. A companion of mine was doing a sabbatical around the ship or something. He called it a walkabout or something and came across a puddle of blood of some sort. Upon investigation, he found a mutilated corpse and a dying woman.
Well, good heavens.
I've contacted a friend of ours who is very good at healing. She's tending to the girl now, but there's nothing to be done for the first body.
Good heavens. We should find the inspector who was here earlier. Get him to look at this right away. This is a murder, Lord.
All right. I'm not sure who that is, but it's room 22. I'll be there with my friends.
All right.
Come as soon as you can.
I will.
I'll send someone.
He kind of snaps his buddy. Take the wheel. And they kind of come over and I'll go, okay. Nay.
I respect a captain who still sells his own ship.
Of course, there's nothing like sailing the open seas. Anyways, lead on.
We're on a lake, really. A bay. It's not the open seas, but still.
Yes, well, this is pretty much my retirement gig. He's got some gray at his temples, so.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's pretty cushy for a retirement job. I mean, outside of the murder on your deck.
Aside from that, we've never had a murder on this ship before. Good heavens. All right.
It might be our fault. We're kind of unlucky when it comes to that sort of thing.
Kind of looks at you like, what? As you say that and heads down. He follows you, though. Ambara and Elam, you have stabled the woman, Ambara.
Okay, as soon as I do that, I'm gonna turn to the dude. Has he died within the last minute?
It's been longer than a minute.
Longer than a minute, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I figured. Alright,
you do notice, though, as you are looking him over, trying to feel for a pulse, he's got something gripped in his hand.
I will pry open his fingers.
You pry open his fingers, and inside you see there is a tuft of fur.
Does it match the fur dog thing that I saw earlier?
Yeah, it's kind of got the same brownish, grayish coloring. Similar, at least.
Okay. Alright. I'll kind of set that out of the puddles of blood that I'm apparently kneeling in.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
Yeah. I always seem to get covered in blood whenever... Anyway. I am going to... I don't want to move her. Because I don't know how crime scene stuff works. But I don't want to cure wounds her and then make her lay there.
So you're just like, well, she's stable at least.
Yeah, she's stable. So,
Stay here for now.
I guess I will wait for Merrick to come back. I don't know what Elon wants to do, but Ambar's just waiting.
Okay. So
they're dressed, but in bed.
No, they're not. Neither of them are in bed.
They weren't. Where are they in the room?
Well, the police officer, Inspector LeFaux, is kind of everywhere, all over the room.
Right.
He's been ripped to shreds. She is. It looks like she was maybe sitting at the edge of the bed or standing there, and just got clawed and kind of slid off onto the floor. They're both on the floor, but it's the inspector standing on more near the door. Maybe a few steps in. Like if you stepped in, a couple steps, closed the door behind you, then leaned against a wall. That's where most of it is.
So gored by something big that nearly got her.
Yeah, you see that there are big, kind of claw marks, maybe. You see, and bite marks as well.
And he was looking for a young lady from Mordenshire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got this. I'm going to keep walking around. Because I think it might still be hiding on the ship, whatever got the two of them. This is pretty fresh.
Oh, all right. Also, I found this, and I'll give him the tuft of hair.
Do I recognize this tuft of hair? The tuft of hair. It was a tuft.
It's tough to fur. Looks almost like
Sure.
dog or wolf fur.
Dog or wolf fur.
Maybe both.
Maybe both. All right. You mind if I hang on to this? So I can...
That's why I gave it to you.
Okay. Oh, sure. That makes sense. All right. No, whatever attacked these two, big. Big as hell. Nasty. Tore that guy apart. I just talked to that guy.
So did I.
I was kind of dismissive, and I feel bad about it now. But,
There was a man came aboard with a dog-wolf hybrid. You might want to start there.
what kind of man? Which man?
I'm assuming I know what he looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looked like, kind of almost a professor-like guy. He had, like, a tweed vest on and, some slacks, a leather suitcase, briefcase with him.
He's like Ronald, but older.
Yeah, older. He's got a little bit of a paunch in the front. Some spectacles on the end of his nose.
Okay. All right. But we don't know his name or his function.
Mm-mm. He paid for a ticket. He walked on board with his doggo. And a crate was brought on board as well for the dog.
Maybe in some kind of storage area, maybe.
Perhaps.
How big a cage are we talking? Like
I
big?
don't know. It was a very large beast.
Large beast. All right. That sounds good. All right. I'll be back.
Be careful.
You got it. And I set out with purpose. Boots clicking on the wood of the ship. And I'm going to go check out
Buckles
the place
jingling.
Oh, yes. Got to, yes. Lots of jingling. I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. So I start the investigation with, like, where does everybody keep, like, the luggage and storage?
There
and
is,
blood?
on the deck, there's a cargo deck.
We'll start there, because if there was a large beast in a cage, odds of it being in a room are lower. Here, go check it out.
Alright, so yeah, you go down to the cargo deck and, give me a perception investigation.
So, I want... Oh, for the love of Christ. Sherlock Holmes over here. Finally on the case with the Nat 1.
Yeah, the Nat 1, it takes you a while. Like, longer than it should, and then you do see that there is a crate here. Large enough to hold an animal, and it is empty.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Busted open or carefully opened?
It looks almost like, busted open.
Mm-hmm. Any fur, any particular claw marks, anything to match up with...
You don't
what I'm
see
not-
anything of that nature. It looks like maybe the latch was kind of chewed on. It looked like maybe it's like there was a leather twine that kind of held the latch closed, and that got chewed through, and it busted open that way.
Is there anything written on the crate?
Yes, it is. There is carved into the top a name that says Fluffy. Property of Albert Finch.
Flithy.
Mm-hmm.
Finch. Alrighty. I'm gonna go to the bridge and ask to see a passenger manifest. I gotta talk to an Albert Finch right away.
Alright, so while you're going to do that, Merrick, you and Captain Alphonse get down to cabin number 22 where Ambara is sitting there. The captain goes, "Good heavens! This is..." He's gonna make a con save. He's not maybe of the highest constitution right now. He's pretty good at it though. Yeah, he's fine. He goes, "It's a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be. Good heavens, and that is Inspector LeFaux. I was going to ask him to investigate this crime, but it seems...
That was the inspector. Sorry,
Yes.
I wasn't aware.
No, that's perfectly alright.
Do you recognize the girl?
Let's see. He kind of pulls out a manifest. I did check some people as they came in. See if she has a tag on her luggage over there. I can check a name.
I'll go over to the luggage and look.
There's a tag on there that says Suzette Philmont.
Suzette
Ah,
Philmont?
yes. She's here on the manifest. Let's see. Cabin 22. Interesting that the inspector was in here. Perhaps he was talking to her, but then why would she be injured as well? The inspector is staying in cabin number 4. Let's see. Perhaps we should see if he has any paperwork on Miss Philmont. Maybe she was working with him. Or...
I'm not sure, but I was told that he was looking for a young woman and was talking to all the women that were alone to see if they matched this girl. Is that correct, Embara?
Yes, he even asked me.
Right, well, let's see. Yes, I have a bit of a detail on here. It does appear that Miss Suzette was traveling on business. Apparently she's a seamstress. Interesting. Well, is a seamstress? Is she still alive? Is she alright?
Oh, she's fine. I haven't woken her up because I don't want her to wake up in the middle of a bloodbath. So perhaps you should get...
Yes, I will get some people to come clean this up.
and take her to an infirmary.
Yes, we do have a small ship's infirmary on board. Typically, we'd get nothing more than maybe some strong hangovers or fall trip down the stairs, but not good. Good heavens! All right, yes.
And you should probably take an inventory of all your guests.
Mm-hmm. He steps outside of the room and you hear him yelling. You! Yes, you dunce! Get over here! Don't. And just kind of like calling a couple people over. You get a bucket and a mop. A lot of mop water. It's ship's manifest. Check us in. Check us here.
Sir.
Before
I'm sorry, Empire.
No, you're fine. Just before you clean the room, can you give us a few minutes to check things out?
Of course. And here, and he kind of pulls out a ring, pulls off key number 4. This is Inspector LeFaux's room, if you wish to
thank
see
you.
if he has
I'll take it. And then, before I do anything else, now that I'm standing up, I'm gonna press to take all the blood off.
Yeah, easy
Because-
enough to do.
I hate being covered in blood because, like, blood rain. Screw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do all that, and then, Marek, would you like to help?
I'll follow along and see what I spot.
I don't think Embara's very intelligent.
Or would you like me to look?
I've got a 12.
A 12?
Perhaps I should... No, 12 intelligence.
Oh, well, that's not bad. That's above average.
Perhaps I should help you.
I'm not as much in the investigation sort of thing. I just have a natural ability to catch things out of the corner of my eyes.
All
I'm
right.
quite perceptive, they might say.
Well then, take a look and see what you can find, and I will roll the investigation.
I'm helping anyway. So.
Okay, sure. You can have advantage on that then.
16.
Oh, nice.
16. Yeah, you're looking through. You find another small tuft of fur. In there. You don't see anything. You see a sewing kit along with her luggage. It looks like, again, a lot of bite marks, claws.
No teeth, no weird smells, no anything like that.
Some definite no teeth, but a lot of teeth marks. It was definitely canine in nature.
Okay.
Did you find a tuft of hair over there?
Yes, actually, I found 2. There was one in the inspector's hand that I gave to Elam so he could go check out. No, Nugget, you're not coming back up here. 3 strikes, you're out. And then I also found this one.
Might I see that?
Of course.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask a little bit. I'm going to ask the DM on this. I
Sure.
have an ability as a
Yes.
shifter
Mm-hmm.
called Mark the Scent.
Okay.
Now, this particular ability says as a bonus action, I can mark one creature you see, and then I can track them.
Okay.
But if I have a tuft of the fur,
Mm-hmm.
could I mark the scent from the fur?
I will say, because it's just a little tuft of fur, that you will have advantage to recognize the scent again. Like, if you smell this wafting by, you'll be like, oh, that.
Okay.
Without a roll, you'll notice if it's in your vicinity, and to kind of track it, you'll have advantage too, because you have
Okay,
a source.
that's half of what this would do, so that's fair. I like that.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
So I'm like, you see him sniffing, it's like, I can follow this, I think. If we find someone that matches this fur, I can probably point them out.
All right. I don't think there's anything else we can find here. Perhaps we should go check out the inspector's room now.
I agree.
All right. You said it was room 4, Captain?
Yes. Yes, and he's kind of just still talking to people.
Yeah.
Room 4.
Thank you. And I'm assuming I've walked around enough following Bali and going to my own room. I know where room 4 is.
Yes, room 4. It's not very far away.
Okay. Head over there then. And before I unlock the door, I want to kind of like lean in and listen, see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Sure. Give me perception.
Perception. 16.
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Then I'm gonna unlock and swing open.
All right. You unlock the door, swing it open. Inside, you see that there is an envelope sealed on the floor. Looks like it was pushed under the door. That's the first thing you notice. And the room is neat. It's put together.
I'll
See,
pick
there's
up
a
that
suitcase there as
envelope.
well. You pick up
Does it
the
look-
envelope.
Does it look like he spent any time there?
It looks like he spent enough time to just put his suitcase down,
Okay.
and then get to work. Doesn't look like the bed's been used at all.
There's no address on this, or not address, but like no person it's addressed to. No, it's just a blank
It's a
envelope.
blank envelope.
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Mark, do you smell anything on this?
Let me see.
No.
Do I?
Faint, but yes.
Sniff it.
It's faint, but I think so.
All right. Well, I'm gonna open it. So.
All right, we should be fine with that. I don't know of any magics that curse letters.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'll never look at the mail again.
All right, you open it up, and there's a note inside that says, and it's not written. It is cut from what looks like books, a couple different books.
Okay.
It says, "Quit asking so many questions, or you're next." And "you're next" is much larger and in capitals.
Well, I think someone was not happy that he was investigating this murder.
That's pretty strong. I wonder if little Ronnie might have seen this person, because these look like they came from library books.
Books.
I mean books, but I mean they're big on the boat. I don't imagine they had this ready for them when they got here. So if there's a library, Ronnie has found it.
All right, let's go find either Ronald or the library. Which one do you want to go to first?
Let's find Ronnie.
All right, let's check his room, and then if he's not there, he's probably at the library.
All right, so we go to Ron's room, which is where his Magnus is, and we start banging on the door.
Well, I think last we heard, Ron was standing outside the door, right?
No, Ron went into the room next door. He
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're just
just
banging,
banging
the
on
door.
Magnus's door. Tuk, 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 tuk.
Ronald.
Ronnie, open the door.
Fire!
Emergency.
There better be a fire.
Not a fire, just some murder. Why are you
his
in there,
voice
Magnus?
is really dark, deep at night.
That's Magnus.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. I might have drank too much this evening.
I haven't even put my wig on. What's his on?
There's a murder mystery out here. We're chasing a monster or something.
Possible demon.
Demon.
Aye.
Let me get my wig.
Right. Where's Ronald?
I don't know. Why do you ask me?
Because this is his room, Magnus.
I don't know. I
Have you
thought I
seen
saw
him?
him last night sometime.
Last night.
Or earlier tonight, anyways.
He doesn't know what time it is.
Please
Wow.
just get dressed, Magnus.
All right.
And we're not being quiet about this, so I
Right,
don't know
I
if
would
Ron
go
is
across
still
the hall.
awake. But...
Ron, give me a perception check.
Alrighty. Come here, Ronnie boy. Perception.
See if you
4.
out exhausted.
Ron is asleep with the book over his face. They usually.
Probably, yeah.
Aye, we've got these 4 rooms right here. I'll start on 13 over here. Bam, 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 bam.
Ron, you hear that?
Ronnie!
Oh, who's that? Who's that? This is the book's like sliding down his face as he says,
Ronnie, it's
"Hello?
Merrick. Open up.
What is it? Is it morning already?
There's been murder on the boat.
Oh, murder? What the? Give me a minute." And Ron's gonna sit up, shut the book, put it on the bed, and think actually, I better cover the picture, the cover. He flips the bed sheets over top of the book and kind of half awake, drunkenly stumbles to the door and opens it. Oh, hello, Mac. Murder?
We're wondering, is there a library on this boat? We figured we would have found it already.
I mean, yeah, I was at the library earlier. It's just being this nice old lady. It's a pretty cool library. She's so interesting lady. She gave me good directions of where to go when we make port.
Aye. Do you know what book she was reading at the time?
Ron starts to blush a little bit, like, oh, they had a very interesting, risque cover. Something.
Look, I don't care what you're reading, son. The
No,
idea is...
not my book, her book.
Embara, show him the letter.
He grabs the letter and starts reading it.
I thought these were cut out of books, and if there's a library, I imagine we might be able to get an idea. And since you saw someone in the library because you were there, then maybe you saw the murderer.
So DM, does it look like it's all just clippings to Ron?
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them are ripped out of books. Ripped and cut.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could go back to there and see if there's any books that are, like, I don't know, missing pages or something. But they probably took the book with them.
Aye, did you get the name of the woman you spoke with?
Suzette? Sue. I thought it started with an S. And Ron's scratching his head trying to remember her name.
Martinique.
Martinique. And he'd sit there and he'd be pondering, like, Martinique. That's it, Martinique.
Is that a first or a last name?
I think it was the first name. She talked about having a sister.
Ah, the Alberts. They were at the bar.
Who?
The 2 old ladies at the bar drinking and making eyes at all the men going by. Their last name were Albert.
Oh, well.
I was
So there was
might
just
have been dropping eaves on them.
there's just the one at the library, but she was bragging about her sister, and she was rather old. Did she been murdered? Did she murder somebody?
I don't know, but we should find out.
Well, okay. Let me grab my book and I'll put it back, and we'll go to the library. And Ron will turn and grab his book, kind of hiding the cover, and step out in the hall and be like, okay, follow me. I'll take you right to it. And,
All right.
he'll start heading off for the library with the game.
Awesome. And I will say, though, Merrick and Embar, you both have decently high passive perceptions. You did notice that on Inspector LaFoe's luggage, there also was a notebook. If you wanted to have picked that up.
Yeah, I would have grabbed that.
Mm-hmm. And inside, you see that there's a list. It says, women who boarded in Mordenshire. And it said, or from Mordenshire. It says, Suzette Philmont, Martinique, and Clarice Albert. Frances Frazé. Antoinette Depardieu. Celine Montreal. And Paulette Rideau.
Well, I have our suspect list.
Where did you find that?
It was a notebook on top of the inspector's luggage.
I saw that. I didn't think much about it. I'm glad you grabbed it then.
This is everything. Well, this is everyone that he knew of that boarded from Mordenshire.
Wait, why do you have an inspector's letter? Did you find a dead inspector?
Yes, Ronald, we did.
What, you did?
Yes.
Ripped to shreds. Blood everywhere. It was glorious.
Ow, Nugget! Fuck!
Oh,
Ripped
You're
to
really having a
shred.
hard time with that sheep's cat.
why does that stray cat keep biting you?
It's a butthole.
I mean, it's a mouser. Do you smell like mice?
Apparently, I mean, I do probably still smell a bit like blood. So,
Well, maybe.
The body wasn't torn apart by the cat, was it?
It was a bit bigger claws, it looked like.
It wasn't a kraken, was it?
They had tentacles, not so much claws.
Okay. As long as it's not a kraken. That's
Aye.
horrible.
No krakens here, I don't think.
And on that note, we're gonna go down to Elam Dewood Jr., who is down in the cargo hold, just having seen a busted open crate. And you're going up to get a ship's list of people who's here looking for an Albert Finch. You see the captain of the ship actually talking to a lot of people. He's got what looks like to be a list of people in his hands. He's just checking things off.
Like, muscle my way through the crowd, elbow.
It's just pretty much just
Elbow
staff.
crowd.
It's late enough. It's like 3 a.m. at this point. It's pretty late.
Like, Captain Elam D. Wood Jr. currently investigating the crime right here on the ship. I got a name, and I need to see
A
a
name?
passenger manifest. So I can.
What's the name? I can see if they are on the list.
Finch. Albert Finch.
Yes, I have an Albert Finch here. He had extra cargo. Looks like it'd be a pet.
Yeah, big old pet too. Fluffy might have killed a couple people tonight. I need to go up to Finch's room. Give me a number.
Finch, he's staying in room 26.
That's a 2-6. All right. I might. What do these guys standing around look like? Is there any security on this boat here?
It looks like most of the staff here, at least people who are wearing like engineers' outfits, they've got a tool belt on them. A lot of them have a knife, a big old Bowie knife.
Okay. Now we're gonna need some real muscle. I've changed my mind, so I'm gonna go looking for American Amber. I'm gonna thank him.
Mm-hmm.
What room number did he say?
26.
26. All right, 26. Let me tell you, I'm going to room 26. I'm gonna bring my friends with me. We're gonna see if we can't get this Finch guy to come out.
All right, of course. Certainly. You all seem to be fairly on top of the investigation.
I'm gonna round up my people, and then we're gonna go take a look. Y'all are welcome to join us. Back turn and go.
Mm-hmm. So I'm handling logistics. We're doing an inventory, making sure everyone's here who says they're here.
You do
Head
it.
count, if you will.
We might have a werewolf on this ship. Let me
A
tell you.
werewolf. Good
Oh, yeah.
heavens, we don't have werewolves in Port Lucine.
No, I think you got a big one named Fluffy running around killing people right now. But we shall find out.
Oh, good heavens. All right.
I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go try to find Ambara and
Yeah.
Merrick.
If you pass by where y'all's cabins are, you see them all talking with Ron, who looks bleary-eyed and sleepy, and Magnus, I believe, has put on his wig at this time, and therefore will emerge.
Yes. Does anyone have any wig powder?
Go.
No, not on me at the moment.
No. Well, we're going to need to get some.
Of course, sir. I'll put that on the list of the many things that you really need.
Thank you.
Hey, folks. Speaking of getting some, listen. We've got a room number on a suspect here.
Hi,
Elam.
who do you believe it might be?
It's just Finch. It's this Albert Finch guy. He's got some big old cargo down the cargo hold. Something big.
See, we found a clue, a
Several,
letter.
actually.
Yeah, a letter made from cut out from books, little block letters from different books. It has the same smell as the tuft of hair. I was able to get a scent off that. And the only person that we know for sure was in the library, other than our Ronnie, is a Martinique Albert, who is also one of the women that the inspector was going to be asking questions of.
She is on our suspect list.
So all these people are suspect of being demons?
Murderers.
Murderers now, demons possibly later.
Wait, so how many murderers are there?
One.
That we
I
know
think.
of.
Could be more. But as of right now, we have several suspects for a single murderer.
How about we just, all go to bed and lock the doors and we can, just have a slumber party and we can let the ship people handle it.
No, son, we're going monster hunting. Who's Fluffy? It can't be two sisters. We got a giant something named Fluffy broke out its box. You tell me Fluffy didn't do this?
It could just be an anxious dog.
Do you know for a fact that a large dog has made it out of its box? I mean, I think a large dog wandering around might be easy to see.
Unless it turned into a person.
Right. And that person is in a room and probably called Martinique Albert.
Room 26.
No.
No?
But we split up.
No?
No, I'm not leaving you guys. Nope.
All right.
We're never going to get anything done if we don't divide and conquer.
All right.
But if there is a murderer, that's how they kill people. I know, because I've read it in stories.
Do you honestly think if we're at least buddied up, any monster can kill us without us making a racket first?
I doubt it.
Your birthday party wizard. I'm apparently a death priest. Elam has Old Faithful. Merrick punches and hits the shit out of stuff. And Magnus does Magnus things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't forget. Where is Bali?
He's in his room.
Bali's gonna get eaten. We need to go get him.
He is safe in his room.
Yeah.
I am not about to drag him out of that room when there's a murderer on the loose.
All right. How about this? I'll go with Elam and we'll go check on Finch to calm his nerves about the doggy. You three check on the ladies.
Well, you find the murderer. I'll search for the demons.
Same thing, yes. But you need to accompany Rani and Andara.
Why?
Because they need someone of your stature to protect them.
Oh, yes, of course.
Sure. Let's go with that.
I suppose I could do that.
I look at him, Bar, and kind of like, I'm sorry.
You owe me for this.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
We can worry about payment later.
And I head to the library. We're going to stop there, and then we'll go check out the women.
All right. Yes, let's check out the women. So, Ambara, Ron, and Magnus, you head to the library.
Look, here I was over here reading a book, and
Rod puts the book that he had back on the shelf.
the lady was over here, but that was only after I heard these loud pops that sounded like an engine sputtering or something, so I ran up down the hallway, and then there was this guy and girl, and they were like snogging in the room, and I didn't see anything, and I said, I'm sorry, maybe they were making the loud pops. And I came back, and then the old lady was there, and she's reading this, weird book, that was a little raunchy on the front. But that's what happened. That's it, I swear.
Do you see that book on the shelf, Ronald?
He'll start peering through
Give
and
me
look
a
along the
perception
shelf.
or investigation.
Can I mean...
You may assist, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Did you see any ritual circles on the ground?
Oh my gosh, Ron.
16!
Really?
Because you had help. 16.
7. And it's a-
Advantage.
Advantage. You got rolled a 9. It's fine.
I was hoping for higher.
You're able to find Castle in the Mountains. It has been put back on the shelf.
Okay.
Here it is.
One of the pages has been dog-eared, though.
Ron looks at the dog
I know.
with
It
Embar.
hurts me in my soul.
I know it does. I knew it would.
Ron twinges a little bit in the eye. Twitch. And he licks a finger and he like peels it back and kind of tries to straighten out the crease.
Mhm.
Flip through Ronald and see if any letters or anything have been torn out, cut out, removed. I'd like to look at the bookshelf
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can tell which books have been removed recently.
Sure. I'll let you ride that investigation check still, because you would have been looking for the same book.
Ron's going to read the page that's been dog-eared, but then he'll also flip through the book.
It looks like about as much. It's dog-eared about the distance than you think you could get in a couple hours worth of reading. So it's probably just saving a spot. You don't see any missing or cut out words or letters in that book.
Title page, cover page,
No,
copyright.
nothing's missing. You do see some books have been disturbed recently, Ambara. You can see that there is you can never really completely dust a bookshelf.
Yeah.
So you see some of the less dusty books.
Okay. I'll
One
pull all
appears
of
to
them
be a
out.
dictionary.
Okay.
One is just a really droll topic, like law or something.
Okay. I'll pull each one out, starting with the one that Ron put back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna thumb and flip through and see which one has missing.
The dictionary does have some missing pages.
Okay. Do I see... Merrick has the good nose.
Mm-hmm.
I probably won't be able to smell anything, but I would like to try and see if I can smell anything.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Ooh. Does it smell?
Ooh, 21!
It mostly smells like old book, but you
Like
get
book.
that, but you do notice there is one hair inside where, like, one of the pages has been ripped out.
Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna put it in my patchwork backpack. Alright, so I think our first order of business is to go find Marique. That's her name, right?
Martinique.
Martinique.
Mm-hmm.
To go find Martinique and ask her if she saw anyone while she was here.
I guess so, but, she just seemed like a little old lady is all I'm saying.
Yes, it doesn't look like much demonic activity has taken place here.
Sometimes the most docile creatures are the most vicious.
And with that, let's cut over to Merrick and Elam, who are looking for Albert Finch in room 26. So, you walk up to room 26. There's no light on behind the door or anything. Do you knock? Do you break in? What do you do?
Put my back against the side of the door here. And load up.
Now, Elam.
Hmm?
Right now, this man is innocent. He's done nothing yet that we know of. We should knock and speak.
Yeah, we're gonna knock. I'm knocking. Who said no knocking?
Yeah, he just cocked the crossbow.
I'm just I'm just saying hello to my friend here, just in case. This is for a rainy day. Let me tell you, this guy's got a big dog or something.
So what?
That's got.
You
Two people have been slashed.
had
all the
dire
way.
beavers.
Highly trained dire beavers that
It
are
may
not
be a
allowed on
highly
ship.
trained large dog.
telling you, sometimes the most docile creatures are the most vicious. So,
I would maybe, but did you see the dog in question?
well, no, but the box it came in was big as a house.
It was really big.
Maybe it has multiple rooms. Maybe it's a Magnus type dog. Maybe it needs comfort.
All right, we're not going to do it. Stand back. Here we go.
I knock on the door politely.
You knock on the door, you hear one moment. And a man comes to the door with a robe on. It's a plaid robe tied. He's got spectacles and he's holding a small lamp. Can I help you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Myself and my companion here, Mr.
Oh.
Elon D. Wood Jr.
Kind of jumps a little, and looks at the crossbow. Ooh,
I
dear.
apologize for that. There's been a bit of a kerfuffle on the ship
Oh
this
dear.
evening.
I hope it's not on this deck.
I know, but a man has been killed.
It's
And a
4
woman
doors
was-
down.
A woman was attacked, and they were attacked by a beast of some size, bite marks and claw marks. And it was
Oh,
rumored
good.
that you have an animal of some large size.
Oh, yes,
in-
Fluffy is a bit larger than average.
Would you mind escorting us down there to meet your Fluffy?
Oh, sure. I can do that. Get my slippers on.
Thank you, sir. We'd just like to rule your doggy out.
Oh, certainly. And, slips on some slippers, puts a little cap on his head. He's got a slight bald spot in the back. And he says, oh, his crate is in the cargo hold. He's too big to fit in the single-sized cabins.
That's fair. I understand.
And he'll shuffle on down.
England here used to have dire beavers.
Oh, I've heard such things about such creatures. Fascinating. We don't have any here in, Dementliu, but I hear that maybe Mordenshire has a few.
I've heard a lot about Mordenshire this evening, haven't you, Elam?
Oh, it's the neighboring land over, so makes sense. He kind of shuffles down, goes down the stairs, and leads you to the cargo crate. And he goes, Fluffy, no! Where's he gone? Fluffy? Yeah, boy. Fluffy. And you see
What?
that the crate has been busted out of.
What is Fluffy?
Fluffy is a wolf dog. Rather exotic breed.
I produced the tuft of hair that was found at the crime scene. Does this match Fluffy's hair? Fur?
Kind of blinks his eyes. He's still kind of waking up. It looks similar. Fluffy's a mottled dog. He's got brown
Look, we'll
tan.
solve this right. Hand me the tuft. Let me see. Let me check that one, Elam.
All right. Here you go.
I'll sniff this. Does it match the scent
Does it match the scent?
of the first? Of the first tuft? Is it a comparable scent? The tuft of hair that
yes.
Elam had.
The tuft of hair that Elam had is the tuft of fur that Ambara gave him. So, yes.
Okay, and then I will go to the crate.
Mm-hmm.
And I will try and identify the scent of the wolf dog.
It's pretty easy to be able to do that. The crate, it's where Fluffy was chilling for a while. Not the same scent.
All right, Elam, it's not the same scent.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that the tuft of hair that you handed me is not the same scent as Fluffy. But we do have a large dog we need to find.
Yes, he's a half Peruvian mountain dog, half wolf. It's quite a good mixture. Strong.
All right. Listen, get back to your room before I throw you in this box.
No, you need to find your dog, sir.
Yes, I'm looking here. He kind of pulls out a couple of looks like dog treats. They're like bone-shaped little treats. If you see Fluffy, just give him one of those. He'll come right to you.
All right, fair. But I would prefer if you tried to find your dog as soon as possible, because other people might make the same mistake that my esteemed comrade here did as well.
I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing that Fluffy's not safe. And he starts shuffling up and...
Pats him on the shoulder. Good man.
Fluffy! Yeah, boy! Fluffy! Come now!
All right, Elam, we need to go find our friends, because they may be on the track of the real killer.
Man, I'm disappointed. I thought we had it. So
Well,
close.
I was,
Can't
you
blame
know,
me.
when I saw the crate was open, I was beginning to be a believer.
Tell you something big and mean. Rip those two people up.
I saw it.
Wolf dog. Come on now. It's convenient. All right.
Its
let's
name
go.
is Fluffy, please.
Yeah. If you had a killer attack dog monster, you'd name it Fluffy.
You know, I had a friend, a large tabaxi. His name was Fluffy too. Biggest, sweetest cat you ever met.
Uh-huh. To keep him in a giant box.
Nah, he kicked my ass.
All people. Oh.
He would have kicked my ass if I tried to do that. He drinks more than I do.
So you two kind of head up, and you meet up with Ambara, Ron, and Magnus as they're coming out of the library.
What'd you find, everyone? It's not the doggy.
Oh, guys, well, there's some missing pages in the dictionary, and we were gonna go find the ladies.
Yes. No activity in the library.
No demons yet.
Mm.
What do you consider were people? Are they demonic or what?
It depends.
Where what people?
Have they made deals with devils?
I don't know until we ask.
Well then, I suppose. I don't know. I kill them all. Whatever.
I'll let your gods sort them out. All right.
Guilty until proven innocent.
Miss Embara, do we have a room number for the Alberts?
Do we?
You can get one from the captain, as he's still kind of doing a head check. He's making... So far, everyone is accounted for on the guest list, except for Suzette and Inspector LeFaux, as they have been... Well, Suzette is obviously unconscious, and Inspector is dead, so... the room is kind of been... It's still getting cleaned up. It's mostly cleaned up. The sisters, the Albert sisters, are in room 7.
I'll write down from the inspector's room.
It's one of the suites. Room 7 and room 15 are the suites, the two suites on the ship, and so Elam has one with Bali, and it seems that the sisters are sharing one.
All right. Lead on, Elam. He's over near your room.
All right, here we go. Eyes up, people. We're gonna knock all friendly,
Mm-hmm.
and then we may have to rush them.
Let me get a sniff of the door. Let's see if I smell anything.
They're old women, guys. Why are we preparing to attack
We're
them?
not Ronald. Elam is just being Elam.
All right. Can I sniff the door?
Yeah. You don't smell anything familiar.
All right. No scent at all.
Well, there's a scent. It smells like lots of heavy perfume.
Oh, okay. So I could imagine it possibly could be masking the smell.
It could be, yes.
Okay. I'm not getting a scent, just a lot of perfume.
They are little old ladies. So.
Time to knock then?
Give it the old shaving a haircut.
Aye.
Who does the knocking? Ambara. Alright, so you knock and you hear some shuffling and some conversation behind the doors. And then the door opens and you see curlers in her hair. It looks to be like Clarice Albert. She opens the door and goes, "Oh, well, hello, young lady. Can I help you at this late hour?" And she kind of
good
glances
evening.
over and she says, "Oh, well, hello, young man. We're here to pay us a visit."
Not a social visit. Blip, blip, blip. Not a social visit.
Business. How much? I assume you're the manager?
N-
And that's a Becky break.
I am not their pimp. Ambara's probably like, no. is your sister
Sorry,
here?
I seem to have misread the situation. Yes, I'm much less interested now. Let me get Martinique for you. She kind of, almost woefully turns around and steps into the room to get her sister. A couple minutes later, you see a very similar-looking woman with her hair all up in rag curls, and she says, "Oh, well, hello there. Can I help you?"
Yes, actually. My friend Ronald here said that you were in the library earlier.
Oh, yes, hello again, Ron. It was... are you enjoying the book?
Yes.
Rendezvous in the Port is quite an exciting one, I can see. You should probably take a couple breaks as you're reading it.
I just have a few questions for you.
Of course.
There's been a small incident, and I was
dear.
wondering if you saw anyone, aside from Ronald, when you were during your time in the library.
Oh, yes, a couple of people came and went in the library earlier in the day. Then I went to have a couple drinks with my sister, and then went back down to the library.
Did you happen to catch any names or any descriptions?
Well, there was, I believe that the young actress lady. She stopped in briefly.
All right.
I think she was looking up a couple of words for her performance. Maybe, I don't know. She had a script with her, and the other one was a young man. I think one of the engineers on the ship. He was just tightening down one of the tables.
But you're saying that the young woman, the actress,
Yes.
she had the dictionary?
Yeah, she was flipping through it. I don't think she found what she was looking for, though. She got really frustrated and put it back.
Were you paying enough attention? Did you happen to see if she ripped anything out of it?
If I had
No.
seen anyone rip anything out of a book, I would have reported it immediately. That is a crime.
That is very good to know.
Would any of you like to come in for a cup of tea?
Good evening,
Yes,
ma'am.
good evening.
Do you have a book? Did you check a book out of the library yourself this evening?
Oh, I didn't take it into the room with me. I don't want to accidentally pack it in my luggage. But I was reading Castle in the Mountains.
Aye, all right. Castle in the Mountains.
It's a good
Does
one.
that ring a bell for you two?
Yes, that one was fine. Dog-eared, but fine.
Oh yes, I marked my spot, so I can continue reading it tomorrow.
Sounds very defensive.
Sounds like something a demon would do.
Dog earring.
I message Merrick. Should we accept the offer for tea so you can get in and see if you can smell anything?
Aye, I think that might be a good idea.
All right. We would love a cup of tea if you don't mind.
Oh, please come in, come in. Clarice, start making a cup of tea.
As they're
pot of
walking
tea.
through the door, Ron will ask Ambara about the couple that he ran into in the hallway. He's like, "Do you think the guy she was talking about could be him?"
The engineer.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy in a uniform kissing a girl in the doorway on the way to the engine room.
Perhaps, do you remember what they look like?
Ron didn't get a good glimpse, so he'd kind of think about it. Do you know if he would DM, or does he make a roll for
You would probably recognize him if you saw him.
Okay, well, he'll at least say that to her then. Be like,
Okay.
yeah, I think I could.
All right. Let's get a description of those two from... I know what the actress looks like, because I saw her earlier. But let's get a description of that engineer from the sister.
Sounds good.
And as we step in, Ambara will... do you happen to remember what the engineer looked like?
Oh, yes, I do. He was
I
about
figured you would.
5'10", ripped, obviously worked out. Must do a lot of manual labor, poor lad. He had a bit of 5 o'clock shadow. His nose was slightly crooked, but he had sparkling green eyes. And she goes into a very in-depth description of what this young
I'm
engineer
writing
looked
all
like.
of this down in the inspector's notebook. Everything that she has said to us has gone into the notebook.
Okay.
So So does that at all sound familiar to Ron, or does he need a roll?
It does. You didn't get a great look. You kind of did that, but he had
But it
brown
could be.
hair, a little bit of stubble, and green eyes. About that height build.
Okay. Okay.
And Ronald, if I pointed out the actress woman to you, you'd be able to recognize her
Perhaps so, maybe.
if she's the one that was with the engineer.
It's possible.
All right. Then a cup of tea then.
Oh yes, please come in. And they offer Merrick and Elam and Magnus the very nice seats, like right next to them. Would you like cream or sugar in your tea?
Wait a minute. This room is nicer than mine.
I will sit near Martinique.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. You sit next to her. She's like, would you? I'll pour the tea. Would you like cream or sugar?
No, I like it dark.
Oh, of course. And bitter tea. Hands it to you. Elam, that would mean you're sitting, like, Cleary sits right next to you. And she asks if you would like cream or sugar in your tea.
He's like on fire with nerves, doesn't trust either one of these, he's sitting straight up and just squinting at both of these old ladies.
You've got, you have such an intense gaze about you.
Yes, ma'am. Where are y'all traveling to after we arrive?
Oh, we're traveling to visit some family of ours in Mantira.
Mantira. Family, these are, human family, right, people?
Oh, yes. Our nephew.
Nephew.
Where are you traveling from?
Oh, from our little village in Mordenshire. Had to come through Port Lucine, and it's the big hub. We can't take the roads as much nowadays. It's much nicer to travel by boat. Easier on the joints.
Understandable.
Ma'am, do you or your sister ever have dizzy spells, blackouts, lost time?
Not 20 years ago, but if we get excited enough, occasionally there's moments.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing. You ever wake up and not be able to account for your whereabouts in the hours leading up to that?
Only after a wonderful night. And she kind of winks at you and offers you a cup of tea.
Ma'am, this is not a joke. We have 2 people seriously injured. Just like trying to get some more information. This tea is very good, thank you.
Yes, would you like a little bit of it's getting late, a bit of bourbon with your tea?
No, I'm good.
What about you, Merrick, was it?
He's pulling out a flask from his pocket. He's like, I never brought my own. It's all right. He's pouring a little rum.
You rascal, you.
Never leave home without it.
Smart one, that one. Mm-hmm. And they're practically ignoring Ron and Umbara.
They're good. They're creepy.
So I notice any scents in the room?
There is the heavy wafting of little old lady perfume in here. Nothing besides that, though.
Bird's gonna use this time to kind of pace and snoop a little bit. Since she's being ignored anyway.
Yeah. Give me a perception or investigation.
I'm gonna go with perception.
Alright.
24.
24. You find what appears to be some cat hair in one of the on one of the suitcases. Maybe one of them is a cat owner. But aside from that, it looks like mostly just one of them knits doilies in their spare time. You see a half-knit doily next to the bed. And you find some, if you kind of glance, I'll get, the teapot going again. You kind of go over, you kind of glance at one of the suitcases, and it is interesting. Aside from, cardigans and, blouses, there is a very interesting set of lingerie in there.
It's just not what I wanted to see right now. I'm like, all right then. And I'll bring the tea back and... Oh, we appreciate the cups of tea, but we do have some things that we need to get taken care of. We
Yes.
thank you so much for your hospitality.
Thank you. You can visit anytime.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm like, all right.
And you all should get some rest. You know, it's very important to be on top of your game if there's a murderer about.
I don't think we said anything about murder.
I think you did. Did you not?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I thought Ela mentioned it. Because he said two
You mentioned
serious
two people
injuries.
were severely
Okay,
injured.
Yeah.
if there's people going around hurting other people, because she doesn't know about murder.
Yeah.
Be careful. Lock your doors.
Ah,
We'll be
yes, ma'am.
sure to do that.
Wisdom of our elders. He heads out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a loss.
I
Oh, what?
think the actress, we need to go speak with her because she was the one that the sister saw messing with this dictionary, which has stuff ripped out of it.
Ah, interesting. All right. Well, then we should find out. That was the one that was. She was having a fight with her man at the bar.
Yes. Yes, she was.
Hmm. She did look like she had murder in her eyes when she left, but it was for that man. Other than not, I don't think anyone else.
And
At the
if
time.
when Ronald sees her, we'll know whether or not she was snogging the engineer.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So,
Lead the
do we know? We haven't learned the actress's name yet, have we?
Not yet.
There's no like note in the inspector saying like, "Oh, this lady's an actress."
He just has a list of names.
Names,
Of people
okay.
who reported in there.
Then we should probably go speak to the captain.
Give me a history check, and Bara though. And if you show the list, Magnus and can make a check as well.
Yes, I will show the list.
What is that?
14.
Excellent. Yes, 14. You recognize. Oh, Magnus, you're like, this name looks familiar. Magnus, you saw that Frances Frazee. She was Ramona. And Ramona and Julian.
Oh my goodness! It's the actress!
What?
Yes, she's the dead one. In
What?
the play we watched.
Oh, Ramona.
Yes, real sad. Yes, Ramona. That was the one. Yes.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't recognize her.
It's a lot of theater makeup.
Yes, of course. All right. Well, let's go find her.
All right, so you head off to find the captain again. It looks like activity's kind of dying down. You pass by the door, and you don't see any more blood. You see that the door is shut, and kind of has a note on it to just stay out unless authorized by a captain, blah, blah, blah.
I don't see how an actor could be a murderer.
You'd be surprised.
Doubt it.
Alright, and so as you guys look for Francis, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Da-da-da-dun. So,
Murder, intrigue.
there's a murder mystery on the boat. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so, let's go around and let's say whose everyone's favorite part was, where we could find you online, and how was that for you guys? So let's start off, let's get crazy. I'm inspired by Bob Ross Marathon this weekend. Let's get crazy and go in reverse order. Deception check. How are you tonight?
I be deception check, and I had a blast. That was fun. We got to go around and do all kinds of things. A little bit of Scooby-Doo. That's always fun. But I feel like I'm Scooby in this one since I'm doing all the sniffing. I don't know if I like that. And Magnus is definitely Shaggy. After that, it breaks down. I don't know where we go from there. Is Ron Daphne or Wilma? I'm not sure. So I had a blast. You can find me here on Mondays doing Mondays in Exandria. We have a special guest coming up next week, Jonathan Fry, reprising his role as Nikolai Yates. It will also be our season finale of this chapter of Mondays in Exandria before we start moving into the meat of the next story. And then, of course, up here on Tuesdays and Fridays, once a month for Aliens, which is an amazing game run by our own producer, Trav. Favorite part tonight, and I'm going to get this before anyone else does, is when Magnus wakes up and goes, "Demons, let me get my wig." just that and the old ladies going, are you must be their manager.
How
And
much?
Becky breaking. So that was perfect. I loved both of those, and thank you. That was fun.
Awesome. We've got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Elam Dewood Jr. How was that for you?
Yes, that was great. Just been, you can tell how far I've come with this whole tabletop streaming thing, that will allow myself to get online wearing this hat. I had a blast. I will miss you guys next week. My favorite part of this was I am totally shipping Merrick and Ambara.
Why?
Because you guys are charming and they have kind of a little back and forth going. They're solving mysteries. They're working the problem. They're at work, at play. Got a little heart to heart thing going. So yeah, I'm that guy who's like, that's my boss, Merrick Tenpenny. So anyway, this was great. I will miss it for a few weeks. I'm gonna go to Comic-Con. I leave in 5 hours, so that's fun. So I'm gonna finish this week's WebDM, which I'm pretty sure is about 1T. Not sure what the stinger is gonna be. Might be me packing for Comic-Con. So listen. Stay safe out there. Don't do drugs. Take care of yourselves. Drive safely. And thank you, Lindy, for making us laugh about love again.
Well, thank you for being here. Yes, and who packs not the night before trip? So, totally normal. Well, speaking of totally normal, just kidding, you're awesome. We have Ambarvanastra.
Hi, I'm Nugatosaurus. I play Amber of Anastra the Divine Soul Sorceress. You can find me here on Monday nights playing Hal the Shifter Fighter, not Barbarian, Fighter. And then once a month in our Aliens campaign playing Violet, the synthetic human who's got some interesting stuff going on and I'm super excited about. And then on my own channel, occasionally, Wednesday through Sunday, playing random stuff. My favorite part was definitely I was not expecting the old ladies to oh, we're here on business. Oh, are you their manager? Like I was not expecting that connection to be made.
Uh-huh.
And it broke me. It really
broke
did.
you pretty good.
It really did. I enjoyed it. I love this whole episode. I love murder mysteries, and especially if I'm in them and they're on boats. Hell yeah, I'm so here for that.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than we've had, but who doesn't love a good murder mystery?
Exactly.
Yeah, especially on a boat. It's like a murder mystery dinner. Anyways, we also have the very effervescent Magnus Deepshaft.
Hi, yes. You can. I'm D20 Coup de Grace. You can find me playing various games and such. Let's see. Favorite part? Probably, I think. I don't understand how it always ends up happening, but picking on Ron is just so fun. So, like, probably kicking Ron out of his room was my favorite.
That was pretty great. It was so Magnus. So Magnus.
Yeah, well, thank you.
That's it.
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
cool. Awesome. Speaking of kicking Ron out of his room, we have Ron Wesley, our wizard boy himself.
The birthday party wizard. So, hi, I'm Shiny Pilot 206 on Twitches and Twitters here Mondays, Tuesdays, and then for the Aliens game as well. But my favorite part, we had a lot of really funny parts, but mine started out with the shooting, grabbing the gun and jumping on the table. That was hilarious. I thought that was great. And then the night just kept getting better. So yeah, I had a good time.
Awesome, awesome. And, yeah, me. This is my channel. If you're here, you probably know I'm Laugh Live Lindy. We play D&D here every Monday and Tuesday night. Mondays in Exandrias. We'll go on a little break because I'm moving. But Tuesdays, it's at Ravenloft. We'll be going on a little bit longer as just weird dates lining up and stuff. But we will keep y'all updated and posted on a weekly basis via Twitter, Discord, and on here. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really liked Breaking Becky tonight, Breaking Nuggetosaurus. That was hilarious. I'm so glad I caught you off guard with that. I also really liked Elam just convinced that it was Fluffy. It's like, yeah, no, it's this dog. We gotta get this dog. I love how he's 100% in on a monster hunt. I think it's great and fantastic. And we cannot wait for next week to maybe find out who the murder is. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was just internal combustion. Who knows? But yeah, check out also next week, as Deception Check mentioned. Missed on Tuesdays. On Mondays in Exandria, we do have Donathan Fry guesting as Artificer Nikolai Yates. Maybe converting to my Patreon a little bit. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But tune in. It's gonna be fun. And you all are awesome and amazing. So we'll catch y'all next week. Till then, goodbye.